So number one, we must force the world to see the righteous cause of Lao Beijing. And what is that righteous cause? Righteous cause is quite simply to live with the same types of basic freedoms that the rest of the world enjoys. And I don't care if you're in sub-Saharan Africa, if you're in Central Asia, if you're in North Africa, if you're in Central America, you can go to the poorest countries in the world. Bangladesh, you name the 5 poorest countries on the world. And in the poorest countries, the lowest citizen in the poorest countries has more freedom than the richest man in China. How do I know that? Miles Guo was one of the richest men in China. And he was treated as a common criminal and was going to be in prison for made-up crimes when he fled. And where's Miles Guo today? Miles Guo is in prison because the Chinese Communist Party was able to get to him. Our message is very simple, that the Chinese Communist Party is not the legitimate government of the Chinese people, number one. Number two, in their illegitimacy, they have enslaved one of the greatest civilizations in mankind's history. The Chinese civilization is enslaved. And it's enslaved to be a cog into an international economic system that is inherently unfair. It's unfair because its foundational element is the enslavement and the slavery and work for slave wages of the Chinese people. And number three, what we work for is quite simply, it's very simple. It's a free, democratic Chinese republic. That the Chinese people, if the Chinese people have to have their own self-determination, if we have self-determination for the Chinese people, it will work out. The Chinese people will figure it out. They're not children. It's one of the most ancient civilizations around, and it will figure out its own destiny, its own fate by its own citizens.